So we're going to pick a couple to do together. And I accidentally already did 8 plus 36. In fact, I wrote it over on the chart paper. So let's go back and do 8 plus 32 together. So please, right now, write down do step 1. Write down 8 plus 32. And when you're done, just peek over at your neighbor. Make sure your neighbor's doing it. Sometimes they might write down 8 plus 30, which is not a big deal, except then they're going to get confused later because it's actually 8 plus 32. So peek over at your neighbor. That's all you need to have is 8 plus 32. You've just done step 1. Okay. Now listen. Step 2. Right-hand neighbor. Right-hand neighbor. Tell left-hand neighbor, what is step 2? And once you say it, do it. What would be a common factor for these two numbers? Go ahead, right-hand partner, talk. And attention back up here. A volunteer, please. What's a common factor? Yes, sir. 2. What's another answer that maybe some other groups came up with? 4. And they're both right. We could do it either way and we'll get the same answer. We're going to choose 2, but don't forget the 4. I want to prove to you that you could have done it that way and it's awesome. So, make sure you now write down with me what I'm writing down. So, what's your name? Yes, sir. Say it again. Marcelino? Marcelino? Marcelino told us 2, so we're going to write down 2. Marcelino, can you help me with this? What do I write below it? 2 goes into A 4, so I'm going to write that down. And then 2 goes into 32. So Marcelino, watch. On your paper, you do a party on the side, I call it, off to the side of the problem. 2 goes into 32. Thanks, Marcelino. Marcelino, last thing I need to do in this step. What should I draw beneath? A funny L. Kind of a funny shaped L. Thanks, Marcelino. What's my next step? And do it in this problem. Okay, left-hand partner, tell your right-hand partner. The left-hand partner is talking this time. And attention back up here, please. Volunteers. Now, we're remembering the number 4, but because we felt like that was a common factor. What could be a common factor this time? Volunteers. New volunteers. Yes, ma'am. 4, she says. What would be another common factor? It could be 2. But this time, let's choose 4. We could have chosen 2 as well. So we want to choose 4 this time. And can you tell me your name? Larissa? Larissa, can you help me like Marcelino did? 4 divided into 4 once. 4 times. And then what's the last step here? Draw my funny looking out. Alright. Now, would you please give me a thumbs up if you think that we're at step 4, or give me a thumbs down if you think we still need to find more factors. Look at step 4, or excuse me, step 3. Give me a thumbs up if you think we're at step 3. Why are we at step 3? What are the numbers that divide evenly into 1 and 4? There's only 1. It is 1. So what's the rhyming phrase? When I get to 1, you're done. When you get to 1, you're done. Okay, so now I'm on step 4. I think we're on right-hand partner. Right-hand partner, tell left-hand partner, what's step 4? And then do it. please volunteer. What is step 4? And then help me do it. Thank you for volunteering. I just see the same people, and I'd love to call on others. So sorry if I'm ignoring you. You're like, I'm raising my hand. Will you volunteer, please? Thank you. What is step 4? Thank you. And what are the factors? Two, 4, and 1. So I multiply those together. Multiplying by 1 is super easy. I don't even really have to do that step. So what are they? Multiply together. What would the product be? 8. So I write that number outside the parentheses, it says. Last step, you guys, and we're almost done. Left-hand partner, tell the right-hand partner, please. Last step. And attention back up here. What's my last step, you guys? Can you tell me, please? You write 1 plus 4. So I write 1 plus 4. Why do I write 1 plus 4? Those were my last remaining numbers with 1 and 4. So this is our answer. We've used the distributive property to simplify the addition of 2 numbers. Now, you might think to yourself, why is this simpler? Well, look what happens when you add these 2. Is it easy to add 1 plus 4? It is, because they're kind of small numbers. And you come up with 5. Is it kind of easy to multiply 5 times 8? Yeah, it is. It's 40. If we go back to what the original problem was, 8 plus 32, now many of you might find that easy. But some of you would think, ooh, it's maybe harder to do in your head. But this you can do in your head. Now, it might seem like a lot of trouble to go through, but when you get into algebra, you're going to love the distributive property. Let's do another one together.